Kind of a big deal videos. What's up, guys? Paul here to deliver another video on getting shredded. This will be the fifth week of my mini cut, and I wanted to make a video on. Wow, they're doing construction upstairs. Sorry. No, I wanted to make a video on what I've been doing in terms of diet, and then we'll talk about supplementation. So, but first of all, let's talk about the question that was asked in my Yohimbe video as to why I'm not wearing a shirt in these videos. So it's pretty obvious to me, but one, I have a huge ego, and two, the real reason, and this is actually the real reason I don't wear a shirt, aside from the ego, is that I'm making these videos to demonstrate how to get shredded. So, are you guys going to want to watch a video from someone who makes absolutely no progress, who isn't consistently lean, who doesn't practice what they preach? Listen, I'm not selling you anything, but I'm here to motivate people to do what they need to do to be their best. And really, I think people are self-limiting in quite many ways because try to get my head in here. Because people are not able to do what they set out to do because they don't believe it's possible. So I'm here to demonstrate that this is all possible, this is sustainable, and there are strategies that I'm going to deliver that you can follow. Okay, sounds like a sales pitch, but anyways, it's not. I'm not selling you anything here. What I am doing is telling you what happened the past 5 weeks and how I've gone from roughly 11, 12% to probably 7, 8% right now. That's my guesstimate. These are guesstimates. Okay, so anyways, I've lost enough body fat and I've been carb cycling. In fact, I've been actually just going through weekly and reducing carbs. I more than carb cycling. However, I add a huge cheat day, which ends up being a huge carb day. So in essence, it is a lot like carb cycling. Let me explain. The first week I was eating about 100 to 150 grams of carbs daily, and then I reduced it. I had a huge cheat day. I reduced my carbs the following week to 60 to 100 grams of carbs. The following week, after a huge cheat day or cheat meal, I reduced my carbs to zero net carbs. So I ate zero net carbs for only 4 days, and then I reintroduced carbs gradually. I had a Saturday where I ate probably about 300 grams of carbs, and then Sunday I went no holds bar and I had all the sushi, and it was near Halloween, so I had those mini chocolates, and I had about half a box of pierogies. So I don't even know how many carbs I ate. It's probably somewhere upwards to 1,000 grams of carbs. And yes, that's accurate because I eat a lot of freaking sushi. If anybody knows me, or you see pictures on my Instagram, those trays all go to me. I mean, they're all mine. So I'll eat maybe 100 and some pieces easily. So that was the strategy for losing weight. So this week I've been going no carb all week again. So this is me, this is pretty flat. This is not good. So basically I'm doing this and it helps me figure out where I should be on stage and where I should be, weight wise, fullness wise. I've been doing this for a long time, but after the Arnolds, I really realized that I killed myself. I did so much cardio. I got super shredded and lean, but I missed the whole peak because I just didn't focus on where I needed to be at the end of the day. I was too busy thinking about how to get shredded, how to get absolutely lean and having no skin. And I didn't really plan out. And my coach, or my friend who was coaching me, Joe Seaman, I'm going to go out and say, because I told Joe I wanted to work with him, but I didn't want a formal coach because I wanted to do my own thing. Plugging Joe Seaman if you're in Ottawa right now and you need a coach. Joe has done great things. I've been looking at my show pics, and he's been amazing in terms of a coach. Anyhow, that said, I didn't listen to Joe. I didn't listen to anyone, and everybody was pretty much giving me like all. And I know some pretty, big people in the industry. I don't want to name drop or anything, but some really high level IFBB pros who've done the Olympia basically told me, or one high level IFBB pro who did the Olympia basically told me I need to eat several times throughout that prep. Paul, you need to eat, you need to eat, you need to eat, and I could hear in his voice. In quiet, he's a huge supporter of me, and I'm really happy to have known this guy because he's helped me on a number of occasions, including with my tricep. But anyways, I don't want to deviate too much. Everybody pretty much gave me the right advice, and I just flattened out to a point where, my body couldn't fill out anymore, and I just. The last week we'll make a video about what not to do on peak week another day, but I really learned the hard way, and stuff I already knew, but I did anyways. I mean, I've seen people do it before, and I never thought it would be me. But when you're at a level of competitiveness, and it's a big show, and it's like the Arnolds, and it was a big deal to me. Sometimes your head is a mess. So when you have a coach, stick to the coach. But anyways, this is back about dieting, getting shredded. So that's been my strategy for this mini cut. And I mean, it's been working. I can see it in my chest. I can see the lines. I can start seeing the shoulder separation. Going to I'm going to Bev Francis Gym this weekend. This upcoming weekend, so next Saturday, I'm gonna take some videos for YouTube. And I hope to be really shredded by that point, like almost stage ready. We'll see how it goes. I'm probably going to do another refeed day. I'm not doing a show, so I'm making sure I enjoy my weekends. And then in New York, going to have some coney dogs and all that good stuff, some nice New York pizza. So hopefully I'll still hold tight. Usually when I eat like that after days of dieting, which I will before I go, I'll be even tighter. So this is my strategy for the 6-week cut. We're almost at the end of it, and I'm really happy with what I did. So, guys, it is possible. In terms of supplementation, again, I mentioned in my last videos, make sure hormone levels are optimal. Things that will help. I really took it gradual. I didn't use anything to boost my hormones in terms of a thyroid. I did start some thyroid support this week. I'll probably run it out for 2 weeks, and next week that's it. I use a little bit of ECA at first, stop that. I'm going back to ECA, and I'm using the Blackstone Labs dietary supplement to kind of get some caffeine in there, and what else they have in there. So that's it in a nutshell. I've been going pretty easy on the supplementation, so that you don't really have to kill yourself with that stuff either. As John Meadows said, play all your cards one step at a time. The closer you get to your show date, the more you want to implement. But again, that's all relative to where you already are, and I'm already pretty lean. So I'm going to be doing this throughout the next 2.5-3 years, until I do my master's show. So we'll keep progressing, and we'll see how it goes. But really, I'm happy with the size that I feel that I put on. And this is, by the way, this is the tricep that I tore. I'm still somewhat recovering, but I'm really pleased with the way it's turned out. So there's more progress videos about that on my channel and whatnot. Anyways, kind of a big deal videos. I hope this was informative. Hope you guys enjoy. Again, dietary supplementation, T3 will help. Clenbuterol, which I don't recommend using unless you necessarily have to, probably near the end of a prep. Anyways, you desensitize to that stuff very quickly. Your receptors don't hold on to it very long. So it's really not the greatest stuff. I don't know what people see in Clenbuterol so much, but if you want to use it short term for a couple weeks here and there throughout the diet, and you want to give that little boost, sure, that'll help. Caffeine, ephedrine, Yohimbe, which I'm going to USA, going to the States. I'm going to pick up some Yohimbe, because that stuff's legal over there and it's gold. Hormonal support being optimal. I don't think it takes, anything excessive. I'm not going to get into that stuff, but some people just go way overboard. Okay, kind of big deal videos. Peace.